going on, guys, and welcome back to our Surviving Java series. Yep, it's actually been a good few days since I was playing because the Arc DLC dropped. I've actually been spending quite a lot of time on there lately and have been neglecting my Minecraft. But nevertheless, we are back on here on the server, and I've been doing a lot of testing in my sort of a copy world of this world, because a little project that I want to take on today is another one in acquiring the gear that is sort of set out for the sea update, or the aquatic update, should I say. And that one is the sort of scutes, the turtle shells, in order to make the helm of the turtle and potions of the turtle master and whatnot. I've not actually got my wave rider one on me, so we're just going to have to fly over there, but just so you don't have to deal with that in my offhand, because it is a little bit of like obtrusive. I'm going to keep the totem of undying off of me. Mainly, I usually carry that around on me when I'm doing sort of work with hostile mobs and whatnot. If you look at this little setup, this is where I've been coming over to do my concrete, but we're just going to have to get rid of this for the time being. So let's first of all get some gear set out. So we want to be, oh god, what we're going to have to do around here. There's going to be a lot of terraforming we need to do. So we want this, and then we're going to want this guy out also. Let's just grab some sand on us for a second. This turtle spawn up here, and because it's too high, he doesn't want to actually drop off. Let's get rid of the water and get rid of these guys. Let the turtle be free. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is making a scute farm on this little island, which is just far enough away from Atlantis, so we've got to be careful with the amount of turtles we have sort of bred around here. But because they are naturally spawning around here, getting some starter turtles, and I've been breeding them around here also, I did create like a little hole. I'm not sure if it's on this island or the island which is over that direction, I believe. Yeah, it must have been on the other island I was doing it. No, actually, I think it's on the island to the left of our base, where I've got like a little budget tree farm system running. So I've got an island to the northeast and an island to the northwest, which is the one that we're on. But what I want to do is create a scute farm, but first of all I need to bring this whole island down by about 2 levels and have the highest level to be about 3 high, and I also want to make it all sand and then maybe just a little bit of greenery with some water in the middle for like an oasis sort of look. I really don't think that these animals are going to look right on on a little sort of desert island sort of thing. So what I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming here, get all the grass blocks changed up and whatnot, and we can start creating the farm. Alright, so we've got the majority of the island all sort of covered up with sand, and we're going to do all the details and whatnot a little bit later, because we're going to have to hatch a bunch of turtles as well. So they take a very long time to sort of hatch and grow up, which means I want to get started on the farm as soon as possible. And we're going to need some building materials, so you know what, let's take that out, take you out. We're not going to be using quartz for this, but glass I think we could probably get away with. That's from raiding a couple of the ocean monuments, so we've got like a stack and a half of sponges, because one of them had like 3 sponge rooms in, which is always good. And we're also going to want our redstone box, although there's not actual redstone in it, but we're going to need hoppers and chests and whatnot. Have we got our wood boxes? One of these got wood in? Yeah, that one's got loads of wood in. Thank you. So we're going to want to grab all of our goodness out. Oh, that's my sword. Like so, and like so, and like so. So to begin with, we're going to have to find a sort of edge that leads onto the actual ocean. So, you know what, let's have it away on the upper side. So let's go over to here, and let's grab some sand, like so. And let's eat some food, it's a bit hungry. Beach, 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 lukewarm. Okay. Now, after testing numerous different designs and ideas, there's a couple of things I did figure out. Is that turtles, for some reason, will always head towards the closest ocean. I know it's a little bit weird, and I don't know if it's meant to be that way, or if it's just a case that it was just more convenient. But if I was placing turtles in the middle, baby turtles, they would always head to the closest side that had water and towards the ocean. So I'm just going to go with what I think is right more than anything else. And so we're going to want a line of this going, let's just make sure this is all lukewarm ocean up to here. Yeah, up to here. So we're just going to want it coming off this side here. And then what I'm going to do is just extend this coming out. And we're going to want it to be relatively solid. So we could do that and then probably have sandstone in the middle so we don't have to fill up the entire underneath of it. And I'm just going to bring it out to, say, how long do we want this to be? Like 16 should be long enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I want to make sure it doesn't look out of place either. And then 16. I'm going to want to bring this all the way up. So yeah, let me do this quickly. Alright then guys, so I managed to get the sort of border, or not border, but the platform sort of where the turtles are going to be on for us to be able to breed them all up in place. And then we're going to want to sort of box this off. And we're going to be using jungle wood over here just because it's got more of a sort of I wouldn't say Caribbean look, but a more sort of desert island sort of feel to it. So we're just going to want to border this off just to make sure. Oh, and we don't want it to be too wide coming out. So let's say we have our sand line coming across here like so. And like so. Oh look, he's even come on here, ready to start mating. And then we're going to want, say, we're going to want a proper border around this, aren't we? Like so. Like so. Can we make them, there we go, we can make a few of these, just so that we can do the corners so nothing is showing. Like the pinkish tinge wood, I don't really like the actual wood colour of jungle wood, but the logs themselves, so I don't actually mind. And one of you, and one of you. That's that. And then we're going to want to say, get, what we want, some white glass. I know glass doesn't really fit the theme, but it's going to be glass, or it's going to be, we can't even use fences because the little baby turtles can fit through them. But glass doesn't look too bad, and it doesn't sort of, it's not too obtrusive for the area, and I really should have done that the other way. I want to flip round to here, carry on here like so, and then we're going to want, say, get a bunch of our eggs already start to hatch. Thank you. Like so. Let me grab some more. These are mainly just going to be our breeding ones for now, so we're going to need them all to hatch. So while they sort of do the progress of hatching and whatnot, we can carry on with the sort of rest of the farm design. And let me get some, I did grab some sandstone somewhere. There we go, got some sandstone here. Then we're going to want some hoppers, like so. And then we're going to want to get, where's my ender chest? There we go. There's our util box, and then we're going to want to get a crafting table out because we're going to want to make some barrels, mainly because they just look better for the area, I reckon. We should have some more, whatchamacallit, wood over here, and then we're going to make some slabs like so. And where are you, barrels? There we go. Make some of these. So where it comes down into the water, we're going to want the water sort of running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that should be good. I want this platform coming out to, say, about here. Come on, place the blocks, will ya? I'm just going to want to fill this in. Get rid of you. So now we've got that sort of platform filled in, we're going to want a couple, actually, let's place Yeah, you know what, that's fine. Place a couple of barrels on the end just there. Break both of these guys, and then we're going to want to do a chain of hoppers into both of these barrels. It's probably overkill on the hoppers, but just to be on the safe side, I'd rather have overkill rather than lost. They're not enough. And if you did notice when I was over at my base over there, we've now got 2 beacon beams in between the last episode and this one. I actually went on Wither Skull hunting expedition over at a new fortress, and after around about 2 or 3 hours doing that, I actually finally managed to get enough skulls and managed to take on another wither just down in the same hallway thing that we were in. I let one of these decide to crack. Yeah, so we've got a beacon beam, and I've now got speed as well as the haste 2 over there, which is all handy dandy. Do we want sandstone and then the wood carried on, or do we just want another layer? Yeah, I think another layer of wood just going round will look a lot better. And we'll do another one of these guys for this edge. Thank you. Yeah, I had to go and harvest a bunch of the jungle trees over at a budget tree farm that I made. And oh my god, I got absolutely creepered over there. Took out a massive chunk of my actual budget tree farm, which I then ended up having to rebuild. And I was actually harvesting the jungle wood because I wanted the, whatchamacallits, the jungle leaves and the actual wood for doing some of the custom trees I actually want to do on this island. Because after I've built this, I actually want to sort of do a little bit of terraforming, making the place look nicer, have like a little oasis, maybe some palm trees. I've never attempted to make a palm tree before, so no idea how that's going to go. And then we want to do this, like a soul. Thank you. Just so the turtles can't hop out. And what I think we're going to want to do is say extend this wood just by 2, and then extend that just so the turtles don't have an option to jump over. Let's just whack these guys over here. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And then we're going to want to actually fill all of this in and only leave the 1 line of water. So that way we get flowing water. They will sort of head towards the water, which will also be counted as the tepid form, lukewarm. I keep on saying tepid whenever I describe this ocean, but it's the lukewarm ocean. And hopefully it should all be happy days. Now, I can't actually fully remember if these guys hatch quicker at night or not, or if they only breed and lay eggs at night. I wasn't really paying too much attention when I was breeding the turtles earlier over next to our tree farm. So it's a little bit lost on me as to when they breed and whatnot. I'm fairly sure they just breed all of the time. They just use seagrass. Because I was sleeping away the majority of the nights when I was over at the tree farm. Right, let's now get rid of all of this. Happy days. Now we've got flowing water, which means if they get into the water streams and they grow up, they won't be able to bounce over the top of this and they'll just float down here. But we will have to manually kill them after they've all grown in this area, which is a little bit brutal, but can't be avoided, unfortunately. And then we're going to want to say glass coming across here. And for now, we're going to have a temporary block because we're obviously going to have something here. What I want to do is upside down stairs going along here, because the large turtles can't get through, but the baby turtles can actually get through the little quarter by quarter block space. And I did try fence gates or just fences initially, but they weren't pathfinding through it because the fence, oh yeah, it's just a fence, not fence gates. The fence hitbox is a complete block for some reason, which I don't remember it used to be in that way, but currently it definitely is. Yeah, I didn't crack any of them. I can see a creeper and an invisible spider. Oh no. Get lost. Okay, where's my bow? Get lost and get lost. Okay, after that little bit of a brutal night I just had to deal with, I've just torched up the entire place until I figure out a more elegant lighting solution for the island. But while we're waiting for these turtle eggs to hatch, what I think we can do is start doing a little bit of an oasis, say somewhere around here. We want it to be non-uniform, so a little bit of a random shape to it, like so. And we could probably have like a little water feature in the middle. So let's make it just a little bit bigger. I may have to shift some of this stuff out of the way. Like so. And then we're going to want the water feature to be just a little bit deeper, so say like so. Happy days. And then we're going to want to place our grass. I really wish that if you silk touch grass from a certain biome, that would keep the sort of colour of the grass from that biome, rather than just adapting to the grass in the current biome. Because otherwise I would always just rub the grass from the jungle biome. It looks so much greener, and just it would look so much better here as well. But I guess we can experiment with the new sort of mycelium types that come in the Nether update when that drops eventually. Question mark. Whenever that is. Let's quickly just do that. I think we're going to have to expand this a little bit. Oh my god. Room. Not much. Let me just get rid of some of this junk on us for a second. You, just so I can pick up all of this stuff and shift it over a little bit. And my phone should be on silent, but it never is. Can we grab you guys? Cute. So yeah, that's fine. Just want to make sure I've got more than enough room on me. Do something like that. I like the shape, but what I want to do is try doing the pathways on the outside so it's not such a hard transition into the sand, because the grass pathways look a little bit yellowish in colour compared to the greenness of the grass. I think it might be a nice little transition from one to the other rather than a very hard edge that it is at the moment. We do that. Should you stop double placing blocks? Really? Alright, so we've got our little water feature in, and I've got the rest of the stone just to do the edges rather than watching me have to do it tediously, trying to grab the resources from around the area. What do we want? We want jungle logs, and we should have, God, it's always the last one I look in, isn't it? Jungle leaves. And we're going to want some temporary blocks that don't mould in with the rest. There we go. Sandstone will do. Let's grab sandstone. So, how to do these? Let's go 1, 2, then I think if we go 1, 2, 1, 2. How tall should we make this sort of tree? Yeah, I think that doesn't look half bad. Then, oh my god, I should have just stayed up there and winged it. Can't place a block on you, but we can on you. So from here, we want to go 1, and then do a ring Said a ring, not one up top. With, say, should we have a 4-prong one or a 6-prong one? I think a 6 one for this sort of tall tree will look better. If we go like so, like so. Then bring it out by 1. Is this right? Do that, do that, do that, do that. They are there and there. So them all sort of coming out a bit. Should we have them coming out by 2 or 3? I think 2. And then we're going to want, say, oh my god, this is so awkward. We're going to want a block on each angle, so we're then going to want to go down by 1, I reckon. May look a little bit haywire at the moment, but after we get rid of all of the sandstone blocks, hopefully it should look a little bit decent. First time doing a palm tree, so yeah, if it comes out looking a little bit janky, there's nothing wrong with just tearing it down. Although with the way this is looking, I may have to just burn it down. Okay, then we're going to want, oh my god, we're going to want scaffolding is what we're really going to want. Leaf there, leaf there, leaf there. Then we're going to want one over here, here, got one there. And I'm going to want to come up over here. You. I think that's a lot of them, so now it's a case of tear down all the sandstone and just see how it looks. That's all the sandstone within my range here. Don't want to lose sandstone, it's a major pain to get hold of. And say like so, like so, like so, like so, like so, and you as well. Okay, not too sure about this little top bit here. If we should have leaves coming, you know what? Let's get down and just take a look from a little further back. No, it doesn't actually look half bad if we thicken up the top branch a little bit. I think the angle that it goes up in is actually over alright as well. But I'm not too sure how keen I am about this diagonal edge. Let's just grab some of these guys, see if we can't smooth it out a little bit. What would happen if we were to say put one of these guys on each of them? I don't know if that looks better or worse. Let me know what you guys think. Is it better just without that block or with it? I think for now I quite like it with it. And I'm just going to want to thicken up this very top bit, just like that. Because it just looked a little bit thin where the branches come out. And they're not branches, I forgot what they're called. But I think for a first time attempt on a palm tree, it's not terrible. And I think if we have another smaller one offshooting, say, in this direction, with the leaves coming underneath, and just a 4-prong. They're prongs, that's what they're called. They're not branches, prongs. And then maybe it's a little bit greenery, and I think we've got some of the cocoa beans as well. So cocoa beans, I'm not sure if this is contributive of what a palm tree has on it, but we have some of these guys on it just for a little bit of extra life to the tree. Have any of these eggs hatched yet? No. I'm going to be waiting here for hours. I guess it will give me more than enough time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a few more palm trees dotted about the place. Similar style. I still don't know whether or not I like them blocks there or not. Let's have another look with it without. How about if we, because I think that's what's putting me off of it, is the fact that I can see the trunk on the bottom. If we have these guys, yeah, you know what, that's not terrible. Oh, can I? Yeah, I much prefer it that you can't see the trunk, so I think we may just swap out for, oh no, not you, you. I think I prefer that. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of the sort of look of the island. I'm also going to be using sandstone half slabs, maybe have like a little rookery area with a little water stream coming down into the oasis. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to work on it off camera, and once the turtles have all hatched and sort of grown up in order for us to breed them, yeah, then we can sort of see the end concept of how the farm works, rather than me waiting here for the next 4 hours, because so far I can see 2 eggs that have cracked. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you lot back in a bit. Alright then guys, so I've done quite a bit of work over here on our little desert island place. All of our turtles, but the majority of them have hatched and all grown up. I think there's more than enough in there for our breeding lot anyway. And we've had a visitor of a wandering trader. Now, regarding the... there's a couple of things I want to mention. And in my brain, one's trying to jump in front of the other. I was trying to sort out light sources without the sort of torch spamming. So I got rid of all the torches and I brought up my little light overlay. So yeah, everything's lit up perfectly fine, and the outer ring is perfectly fine. I quite like it the way it is, because we've got the sea pickles and they light up all the way up to about here. But then I did not know how to hide lighting up on the land, so I've done these little glowstone towers with the chiseled sandstone with a sandstone slab on top, just to ensure that it's all spawn proof. Now personally I'm not overly happy with it, because I think it's just, I think it's a better option than the torch spam, because I absolutely hate having like the torches spammed everywhere. Like this one here is going to drive me insane, but if we knock it down, we've got sea pickles all in there, so it's lighting up all inside and we're all happy there. Then we get rid of that. Yeah, so I'm not too sure. If you've got any suggestions on how I could possibly hide the glowstone, like if there's any blocks that will allow light through that won't look obtrusive. I did try upside down stairs and I tried half slabs and all of them just blocked the light completely. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I did get rid of the dirt pathway around the edge because it didn't look very nice after doing everything. And I did build another much bigger palm tree, and I'm quite liking the way the palm trees are looking, especially without the block there that's holding them two sections together. And then what I also done is sort of just bone milled a little bit. I replaced all the stone. I think you saw all of that. I've got a little cubby hole down there for my AFK spot for when I just want to breed up the turtles, and I just AFK over here to get the scoots. And yeah, regarding the rest of the transformation, just sort of like half slab, made a little mound over here just to stop it from being such flat terrain. Also created sort of like a broken up and battered pathway leading down to the door for our Scute farm. So we've got birchwood, which actually blends quite nicely with the sand to create a pathway, as well as upside down stairs and some smooth sandstone slabs and whatnot, just to indicate that this is an actual trodden up pathway sort of thing. But now we are ready to actually sort of change this up, breed these guys up, and oh my god, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought, you know, because I'm going to have to sort of nudge my way past all of these guys. The only thing I'm worried about now is if they're all budging me left to right. You lot, stop it. Is the baby turtles not being able to... Is orange going to be a good mix for this? Or should we switch out for the birchwood steps? Yeah, I was going to say stairs or steps, but yeah, whichever one you want to go with. Now, I should have more birchwood in one of these guys. Did I bring it out somewhere? In you, no, in you, Yes, birchwood. So if we do this and then, no, not sandstone, birch. Thank you. I think birchwood would actually go a lot better considering we've got the birchwood door. I was planning on having the orange terracotta being the sort of accent block, sort of like it is for our base over there. But I think for the sort of beach effect, for it to blend in nicely with the sand, I'm thinking birchwood instead. Yeah, that just blends in a lot nicer, I reckon. Okay, I've just got to make sure that none of these turtles sort of try to escape. And I've got to make sure not to kill any of them accidentally. Would also be bad. And so what will happen is when the little baby turtles are born, they usually head for the water. Water, there is a T in that word. It's, forgive my grammar. Yeah, they usually head for the water and they can fit through this little quarter wide gap that the stairs leave. For some reason, I did try numerous times with fences and it just wasn't working out in my favour. I have no idea why. Because afterwards, I did look up different tutorials for the turtle farm just to see if I can adjust or sort of just get inspiration from them. But the way that they were done, I really didn't like the way that they were done. There's a very straightforward design, like very early game design that you can do, which doesn't need like that amount of hoppers or the glass or the sort of terraforming. But it's just a case where I want it to look decent as well as being pretty functional. And I know for a fact that we're not going to need this many scoots. I think I've got more than enough scoots to make a couple of helmets. So I've got enough scoots to make a helmet. I was AFK before most of these lot grew up, so I didn't have the chance to actually collect their ones. Oh, come on, guy. No. Okay, well, look, you're just going to be lost forever, mate. I keep on getting nudged. Get out my way. And break. And bliss. Okay, this one's going to be a difficult one to do. Ugh. Okay, not that difficult. So now we can actually breed these guys all up. We've got a bunch of seagrass on us, so just spam happy hearts for everyone. Thank you, thank you. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Keep on spamming. Hey, level 30. What I do like about the turtle breeding though is that once you mate two together, only one of them actually go on cooldown, which means that one will then be available to mate with another. So after doing one route, you can then do another route, and all the secondary turtles can then mate with each other. So by the end of it, if you really wanted to be efficient, you could just constantly go round until there was only one turtle that wasn't on cooldown. Oh my god, it looks like a sandstorm in there. It looks like we're getting absolutely tons of eggs. Which means by the end of it we should have an absolute ton of turtles. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that this should be more than enough. And can we get out please? Thank you. So what I'm going to do is, for this next part, I'm probably going to try to create myself a little AFK platform somewhere over here. And I've got to do it in a way that I'm protected from phantoms from killing me. So let's get some glass on us. Oh god, I've got so much garbage on me. What can go in here? You. Then any jungle wood can go in there. And anything else? What don't we need on us? These guys. I will keep you on me. Have we got a spare shoal card that's empty by any chance? Yes, we do. Thank you. So I'm going to be able to throw all of my stuff in there to be safe as well. So what I want to do is create a little AFK platform, so that way I can just leave it AFK, put it on a time lapse for you to see all the baby turtles hatch, and then I hear them cracking, and then hopefully swim over to that end and grow up, and then we'll get all the scoots, and then unfortunately we're going to have to murder them all. So it's got a bit of a grim end to it, but we can't have overpopulation of turtles, especially by how many I've just bred up, because there's going to be quite a few eggs in there now. So let me get this platform done, and hopefully the time lapse comes out alright. Alright then guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse. This should hopefully whittle down. It was around about 2 hours worth. I should hopefully be able to whittle it down to around about just 1, maybe 2 minutes worth. But as you could probably see, I was running into a little bit of an issue. A little bit into the time lapse, the amount of turtles I had in here, they were actually blocking the way of the baby turtles. As you can see over here, obviously them baby turtles are struggling to get out. And yeah, that's the sort of issue we're running into at the moment. So what we are going to do is go grab our tools for starters, because we can't do nothing without them. So let's go, let's want the silk touch, and let's grab our armor as well, just to be on the safe side. What I want to do is pick up all of these eggs and think of a new way of making it so the adults aren't going to be an issue getting in the way. And I was looking up different designs, and the one that Exuma Void done at the beginning of the last series of Hermitcraft, the way that he's got the adults laying the eggs and how the babies drop down the sides of the fence posts, because obviously the adults can't fit down there, I think is probably going to be our best method of doing it. But I don't know how to get these all of these turtles up to onto a platform in order to have them do that. See, we've got an absolute bunch of babies down here. Would you guys stop punching me, please? I don't know whether or not to kill these lot and just put eggs up on the platform to begin with, or what. Yeah, let me I may just get rid of all of these guys, and after I build a little platform up here, I'm going to try to make it look reasonably decent, because we're going to need at least a 1 block gap underneath in order for the turtles or the babies to drop down and then make their way over to there. All of them ones over there are going to have to be killed off shortly anyway. And also, by the way, when I had to come down here and dispatch off a bunch of these guys in order to allow the babies to start getting down there, I actually got some of the turtle heads. So yeah, he could be a ninja turtle by the looks of it. And that's my phone. Let's put back on our helmet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out a way if I can separate the adults into a holding cell over there somewhere and then move them up to the platform. I may try to do that, and I'll bring you back once I've got it all in place. So that was surprisingly easier than I thought it was going to be. I did actually just create a little, just a 2 deep box over here, led them all into the box, and then created the little platform they're meant to be on, created a set of stairs for them to go up, and they quite happily followed me up there. So what we've got going on is basically the fence gates down here, so that way the baby turtles aren't going to have any hitboxes below to actually try to get through or path around. And that is got the sand sitting, that has the sand sitting on top of the fence gates, and we've got the fences going around that because the turtles are too big to fit through the gap down the sides. Obviously the babies when they hatch will not be, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to, yeah, we can just breed them all from underneath like this. There we go. Keep on breeding them. Happy days. So when all of these eggs hatch, the baby should drop down the side, and then the baby should make their way down to the water area, grow up for the scutes to then drop into the hoppers, and hopefully be all hunky-dory. So yeah, they are actually laying the eggs up there. They're not going to be able to hop onto the eggs and out, are they? A little bit worried because there's not that many eggs getting laid. We've still got a ton of eggs to hatch, and by the way, we've got probably more than enough scoops than we're ever going to possibly need. Them eggs over there have nearly hatched, so there's them ones. Okay, yeah, so they're all laying eggs, all happy days there. And we are actually going to have to do the unfortunate task of slaughtering all of the grown-up ones, so because the entity count is getting a little bit manic around here. Start dispatching of all of these. You know what, they're just all going to float down to us anyway, so, and at least killing at least killing this lot this way, we're going to get enough seagrass to continuously breed the ones up top. Now obviously I can sort out an auto killer by hopping out by switching out the hoppers with just a standard block placer from below with magma blocks. That way it'll kill them straight away. But at least this way we get the drops of the heads and the seagrass back. That way we don't have to be manually farming seagrass from now on. A little bit tedious having to do this, but in all fairness, I'm very rarely going to actually need to come over here until I start, well, until the server sort of sorts out a shopping district, which I think we're going to be looking to do once the Nether update comes out. Which I have no idea is going to, I think I said that earlier, I really wish that update comes out soon. Because there's a lot of projects I want to undertake in the Nether, especially when it comes to like the wither skull farming and gas farming and stuff like that. And with the new biomes and the new spawning rules that come in the Nether update, it means a lot more possibilities for specific farms are going to be happening, which I'm looking forward to, which means I'm really looking forward to the Nether update. But for now, we're just going to have to do overworld farms, and I've still got quite a few farms I actually want to work on. Are these guys nearly done now? Come on, there's just a couple more left. There we go. And we can now go see just how many scoots we've got. I'm not too sure whether or not to leave that open or not. I don't know if the baby ones are going to be able to hop up and out. But let's just see. Okay, so we've got 27 scoots there. I already had some from where the other babies were growing up. And then we've got another 14 there. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. So we've got 55 scoots so far. You only need 5 for a helmet. And other than that, so we can make, what, 11 helmets? But let's just see how the helmet looks. Nice and nice. So it still takes over my eyes. If I lean my head back, you can still see my eyes. But yeah, from this angle, nope. And this way you get the extra 10 seconds underwater. Yay. I'm quite happy to have that because it offers the same amount of armor as a diamond helmet, I do believe. So if we switch that out, yeah, it's the exact same as a diamond helmet. Armor wise, we're going to have to enchant this baby up, which I'll do before the next episode. And yeah, for today, I think that's going to do it because I'll probably leave my guy AFK here to get some more scoots and do a couple more harvests just so I'm sort of set. But please do let me know if you know of any other better ways of doing hidden lighting when it comes to sand. Then yeah, please do just give me a shout in the comments and let me know because I'm a little bit lost as to what to do regarding lighting on sand. I guess I would use carpet, but there's no carpet that even matches the colour or texture of sand. The yellow carpet is just way too vibrant for it, so I don't think that's going to work out. Yeah, so then do let me know, but hopefully otherwise you've enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.